atrocity does not involve its soldiers, and the video could be fake. This is our own investigation into the events whose horror, you should be warned, it's impossible to avoid.
Humiliated and slapped as they're marched to their death by soldiers, what you're witnessing is a brazen execution video in West Africa. The women are accused of being BH or Boko Haram, a terrorist group that has wreaked havoc here, but nothing can excuse what happens next. One woman has a baby on her back, the other holding the hand of a child perhaps 5 or 6 years old. The soldiers force them to kneel as they ready their guns. They are shot 23 times. Along with Amnesty and the investigative group Bellingcat, we've spent days verifying the video, which is consistent with terrain in northern Cameroon.
This video from Cameroon is probably the most despicable video I've seen in my career. The heinousness of the crime, what we see in this video, leads us to believe that this shows credible evidence of an extrajudicial execution by the Cameroon military, and that it should be independently investigated by the Cameroonian government.
The uniforms of the soldiers in the video match uniforms of Cameroonian soldiers from the Bataillon Intervention Rapide, or BIR, who we know were in the area at the time. One of the weapons used is a Zastava M21S, which is used by the BIR. You can see it here at a funeral of one of their soldiers. We've also made contact with one BIR soldier via Facebook who was present at the executions. I asked in French, "You were there when they were killed?" He replied, "Yes." When I asked why they were killed, he replied, "That's just the way it goes now." The Cameroon government has labelled the video as fake news, but admits its soldiers do use the same weapon, but not in the far north.
Despite the fact that we have demonstrated that this is the fake, the head of state has instructed the Minister of Defense to open a thorough investigation during which no stone should be left unturned.
The Cameroonian army has been battling Boko Haram for years in the north, trained by the Americans and Israelis, but also supported by Britain, which has given human rights and international humanitarian law advice to officers. But there are many other examples of the Cameroon army mistreating prisoners and killing civilians. Now, the issue is going to be raised in Parliament, and there are calls for the new Foreign Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, to act.
Find out what actually happened, pursue the perpetrators, and put in place a better system on the ground, because this is and must be a war crime.
The UN says it's not been able to verify the video, but is deeply concerned, a sentiment echoed by the Foreign Office and the US State Department, which are both calling on a transparent investigation that will ensure the perpetrators face justice. Dan Rivers, News at 10.
Now, despite the fact that the North